Hey everybody, this is Peg and Frank Lynch. We're the 2020 chairs of the United Way campaign. We thought a good way to get our campaign going was to give everybody a little tour of Springfield and review some of the programs that the United Way sponsors and funds, some of the locations where those programs are offered, and also to give you a little insight on some of the big donors and great supporters that we have and the volunteer work and contributions that they make. So hop in.
Come on, join us.
We'll take a little tour of the town. We'll have fun. Not too far from Washington Middle School is the Boys and Girls Club. Tiffany Mathis is the executive director, and we support a program here that does exactly the kinds of things Peg was talking about. As you recall from some of our interviews and some of our information, we support kindergarten readiness, third grade math, third grade reading, and fifth grade math. And the Boys and Girls Clubs works with United Way to provide a program that supports after-school learning and mentoring. We're going to talk with Tiffany Mathis and Emily Bergschneider from the Boys and Girls Club. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing good.
Thank you for joining us. We're on sort of a tour of Springfield, and we're talking to some of the directors of the programs that United Way supports and some of the people who support United Way. I wonder if you guys could talk to us about the program that United Way helps Boys and Girls Club with?
Sure. Project Learn program. So that's a K-5 program here for kids throughout Springfield. And we work on academics throughout the school year, enrichment, provide meals every day. And then we also do a full day summer camp that works on preventing summer slide and making sure that kids don't lose anything that they learn throughout the school year, as well as providing fun camp-like activities in the afternoon, breakfast, lunch, and a snack. Yeah.
You know, these are tough times. Tiffany, tell us how the current restrictions and the current things that the current problems we're facing affect the programs that you're offering, and tell us a little something about how you're making the adjustment.
Well, I mean, it's most definitely been an adjustment in the number of students we're able to serve. We normally would have a summer program that could have about 125 kids here in the building. And with the reopening in the phases, in phase 3 especially, we had to reduce our capacity so that we could socially distance and really get a good handle on how do we make it through this, because it's not an option for Boys and Girls Clubs to be closed. We did have our doors closed previously when everything was we were just learning about what was going on, but with the guidance that's been provided to us through IDPH and ISB, who's also a funding body of ours, we understand there's a way to get through this. So we did thousands of temperature checks, this summer with all of the kids and the staff. We kept stable classrooms with those smaller numbers. So we know now how to make it through. And knock on wood, we didn't have any positive cases in our building this summer, which was wonderful because the guidance works. So it was really great to reopen so that the kids could see our faces, and they were really excited about being here. And we really felt like, okay, what else can we do? So we pivoted and started partnering again with the food bank and getting meals out to families. We're handed out thousands of boxes this summer, 3 days a week. Serving at least 250 to 500 households, depending on the day. So, we took this opportunity as an organization, understanding what we mean to the community, to serve differently and to be more intentional with the impact that we're trying to make.
Wouldn't you agree that since this happened, the need actually has increased? But one of the problems that not-for-profits are facing is that it's affected all of us, so that as the need has increased, the resources that are made available to us, and frankly, donations, those have been challenging.
Yeah, for sure. I think two things have happened. Donors have kind of pivoted to become more intentional about exactly what is it they want to see happen in the community, which could make dollars dwindle depending on what your organization is doing. But I also think it provides nonprofits especially an opportunity to pivot and figure out what needs they can meet. To maybe engage donors and show that, hey, this is what you know us for, but here's more, and here's what we can do with more, and here's how you can help. So I think that the need has most definitely increased, but it's also allowed those that have supported us in the community to know that there are smiling faces here to serve them with, grace and with a humble heart, and we're not here to judge anyone. So it's really provided us an opportunity to be even more engaged in our community and meet those needs, because we're caring for kids and their families.
You mentioned something that I think's been important to United Way for a long time, and I wanted to maybe get your input on it. One of the things United Way focused on when we entered into a new strategic plan several years ago is we wanted to make sure that we let the donor know where their dollars were going, that they were going to what experts in the community and providers thought were the most needy and most essential programs. And also we wanted to show the donors results. We wanted to show them data about how that works. How does Boys and Girls Club provide United Way and other donors with data that your programs are successful and accomplish what you're trying to get done?
Well, luckily for us, we have a membership tracking system called PidTracks that we use here. We have a data coordinator. So anything from attendance, temperature checks, different activities, surveys, demographic information, all of that builds into what we're able to report out for grant purposes, for grant reporting purposes, really to give donors, as we do on our impact report every year, a snapshot even of, what impact are we making? How many meals are we serving? How many snacks did we serve? It really does matter, and it shows how large of an impact what may seem to be a small organization is making here in Springfield. And we're serving 9 locations during the school year. So I think that tracking that data really gives a much deeper dive into what an organization is doing, instead of just saying, we're here to serve kids, So I think that that's important to have that data to back up that what we're saying we're doing. And this is the impact that it's making and how we are improving our community.
With United Way, the programs that we fund have given us data that show between 70 and 75% of the kids that participate in programs like yours and in the kindergarten readiness programs all show 70 to 75% show improvement in reading or math skills. My recollection is that the reading part is about 72 and the improvement in math skills is about 75%. So that means 3 out of 4 kids that go to programs like yours have improvement in their educational abilities and their basic skills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you find that too with your data?
I do find that true for a number of reasons. Emily, our Chief Operating Officer, in running the operations of all of our locations, has been very intentional about making sure that what we're doing here not only supports those who need us most, but also wraps around what the district is doing. I think it's very important to do these things here, but also be mindful that we don't need to reinvent the wheel of information. Whatever they're learning within District 186, we should be able to duplicate here. We should be using the same curriculums, the same applications on their iPads, and Emily's been very intentional about making sure that happens. So we're not just increasing it for the summer, we're actually building into their school year and helping the district. I think it's very counterproductive to create your own stuff in a vacuum. So when you talk about those pre-K programs or the early reading programs and whatnot, all of that builds into making sure that we are setting these students up for success, because it's not just about the club. So if you're getting these kids involved in these programs from 0 to 3 or 4, by the time they hit kindergarten, they're old enough to come to us, we're able to, as she would say, impact the whole child the whole year. And I think that that's very important to understand. All of us need to work together with entities that already exist to just make a stronger impact. So we don't have to do it all. School district does a great job. We do what we do. And it just really benefits the kids here in the community, which is why we can't close.
You guys have done a great job. You're an institution here, and you're right. This is an organization and a set of programs that has to continue. Thanks for talking to us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming by.
Frank and I are asking you to join us in the Everyday Heroes to support United Way. It's the largest private funder of local health and human services. Our success can only happen through generosity of our supporters and our dedicated volunteers. Please visit www.springfieldunitedway.org or call 726-7000.
If you go to the website or give us a call, you can learn about how you can volunteer, and most importantly, you can become part of something that's been around Springfield for a long time and has made a huge difference. Thank you.